Stream. How is everybody doing? It's been a while. Last week, while we're still at our host place, doing. As for me, you guys can tell I'm having a good time. Suggestions about this topic we're about to discuss today, and I just felt like this is so important because it keeps coming up, so we should talk about it. First of all, let me just say thank you to every one of you for the support you've given me. So grateful. They share so much. You guys rock. So today you can see the title already. Just give me a second. Suggestions to do a video about the Sapeurs of Congo. So, however, I also noticed that some people really we're not buying the idea of making a video on the Sapeurs, so I sensed sort of mixed reactions about it. So I was like, okay, let's talk about it. I'm curious to know, Congolese, how do Congolese feel about Sapeurs? Like, I would like to know, how do Congolese feel about Sapeurs? Sapeurs, I understand, are people who believe in elegance. They like maybe find their dressing maybe ridiculous, maybe maybe a little bit overboard, but some people just find it maybe interesting because it's sort of like self-expression, like that's how they feel like expressing themselves for time. So I'm curious anyway. I would like to hear from Congolese. So if you're a Congolese watching this live stream, the chat box, click how do Congolese feel about. I can see so many people in the comments in the chat room already. Okay, hey Owen, and 19676. Hello Grace. Hi, Harmony Mazai. Hi Grace. Hi Harmony. Welcome. Gave a background to Sapeurs, but then more robust discussion about who's drum rolls. Mirrors for you, drum rolls for you. How far? What's up? How you? Yes, African dance. Welcome, guys. The link Congolese. Join me. Let's talk about this. I'm curious. Like, I want to know as much as possible everywhere. I like to know as much as possible about the culture, be pop culture, be that's one of the reasons I travel. I want to know more about everything, the nuances and all. It just helps to promote coming in Congolese. Let's have this discussion. Don't leave me hanging alone. You've been suggesting do Sapeurs. Sapeurs. Let's know. Okay. Context says they are worthless tyrants. Are they? Are they dressed up? Just dress. Some videos. Some people have made videos about them. Just someone says Signal isn't good. Hey. Someone says they can't hear me. And my audio is on. My audio is on. Oh, wow. Let me know if you guys can hear me. This is okay. Somebody says she can hear me. I always wanted the truth. Okay, yeah, she can hear me. All right, that's good. I'm happy that you can hear me. So who says they couldn't hear me? Your device, it might be a problem on your side because everybody says they can hear me. So where are my Congolese people? Where are you? Audio is good. The visual is about choppy. Probably the network, maybe the connection is poor because on my end here I can see myself clearly. So I'm assuming that's how you can see me on the screen. But if you are not, if that's not how you can see me, I apologize for that. The internet is probably, the signal is probably bad. Okay, Harmony says my connection is better today. All right, thank you. I'm glad it's better. Don't brush. Okay, you can hear me. So let's get the conversation started. Let's get it started. While waiting for a caller to come in, let's just look at Sapeurs. I'm going to just talk about it briefly again. Keep going, Miss Grace. You're fine. Okay. All right. I'm glad you're fine. Says better. Say better. I'm trying to call it up. Okay, can see me. People who believe in dressing elegantly, expressing themselves. African, no, they are not. They are not. They are not able to make a video about the Sapeurs, and so I thought to, although some people sort of like reacted a certain way about the suggestion. You know how some people drop comments, oh, you need to do this, and other people are like, no, okay. So I just felt like maybe there's a mixed reaction or mixed feeling towards Sapeur and find out what dream. Nice.
Hello. Hello, Sister Grace.
Yes, well, I don't think it seems really, but they like to dress. Like you can see from the thumbnail, that's just like a tip of the iceberg. Like if you watch videos about Sapeurs, you see pictures, the lot. So they just believe in dressing elegantly, combination of different colors, patterns, textures, motifs, everything. They combine everything just fly. Like we say in Nigeria, just to look fly, that kind of thing. No restrictions when it so some people said I should feature them, but some people felt like, oh no, no, no. So I want to know why. If you're Congolese. So they are called sapeurs or members of the society, the ambianceurs, tastemakers, and elegant people. So that's when they go out, they turn the streets upside down because of the way they dress. They dress to make a statement when they step out. Yeah, I'm asking because I don't make a video about Sapé. It's just for that, care about is their looks, and they apply bleaching cream to look a certain way, and also I really didn't know why that was. So I'm curious. I just want to know because for me I felt like these people were just dressing to express themselves, their fashion taste and their lifestyle. But if some Congolese feel a certain way about it, then we should talk about it. I'm just curious to know. Sapeurs are members of a society of tastemakers, yeah, and elegant people. And when they go out, they turn the streets of Brazzaville, the capital of the DRC, into a fashion runway. Stolen from Google. Okay. Harmony says he stole that from Google. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so basically that's it. And they dress very elegantly. Thing. Hi, brother Nice.
Yeah, good evening, Sister Grace. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I
Welcome. How are you doing?
you're talking. Yeah, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. You are looking sweet this evening.
Thank you. I'm not looking like what did you say? We are looking like mothers that day. Me, Mira, and African tigress. So today I decided to look. I don't want to look like Mama again. Brother,
You are
nice.
looking sweet. You are looking sweet tonight. Where is the Africa
Thank.
Tigress and the rest? Where's Africa Tigress?
She's in the chat room. Mira is not
Oh,
here.
okay, okay. So you are speaking about all those sapeurs, right?
Sapper. Yes.
Yes, yeah. We have them in France as well. They're in Paris as well.
Okay.
Mm.
Tell me about them. How do people feel about them?
Uh, like their people appreciate them a lot, but some people don't. It's not everybody anyway. But like personally, me, I don't really like their style anyway. You understand? I prefer the time they used to do all those things. I think they should be innovative, plan, invest, try to develop your country, you know, invest in things that will bring development in the country, not dressing, walking around, you know, gallivanting around your streets and all those things. So I have those talk with because I have many friends from Francophone country, from Congo, from their country, Congo, from Cote d'Ivoire, from Cameroon. I went to school with many people from their country, from Francophone country anyway. So we used to sit down and debate and speak about this sapeur in Paris here. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the when I explain to them, they see where I'm coming from. This same thing that I told you now, it's the same thing that I used to tell them. Those sapeurs, why can't they be innovative? Why they can't invest in their country, develop something, skills, which to develop your country. The time you used to dress, walk around it's like a group or a meeting or society, I don't know, walking around doing nothing, drinking, guys styling, all those things, with different, so I don't really, to me, I don't really see as I don't know who breed that idea to them anyway, because it's just the idea doesn't make any sense to me. You know, it's I don't know if it's their culture, but I don't believe it's their culture. It's just a group of people that came together, organize those kind of brings that kind of idea. You know, it's just to me it's a wasting of time. I used to tell my francophone friends here. You know, I wish I can advise them to stop all those things and try to be innovative. You know, so
Yeah.
that is
So
what I say about. Yeah,
someone
what
says,
is
I think fashion. Let me read a comment, then you can respond. So he says,
okay?
I think fashion can develop a country if done in a proper manner. So what do you think? What's your take on that? Because you said the time they used to dress up and move around aimlessly, drinking and all, they should use it
Yeah,
to invest and develop the country. So someone is saying here that fashion can actually develop a country if done in a proper manner. What's your
okay,
take?
okay, okay. How many countries have you seen that through fashion that the country have been developed? How many countries have you seen? Can a fashion buy machines? Can a fashion build can a fashion have invest in a real estate? Those are wasting of time. They should try and bring other means, to be innovative, to be creative. You know, even Paris, that is the home of fashion. Nobody is even going to fashion in Paris anymore. If you go to that domain now, you will be broke in France. You know, Paris is a fashion hub. Italy, Milan, all those countries today, you don't even hear of
Mhm.
fashion. People are going to all different kind of ways to make money. What is fashion? So they should forget
But
about that and yeah, talk to me.
okay, but I think that fashion is also lucrative. I mean, when you hear the prices of fashion items, all those designer stuff, they're really very expensive. So, I think that someone is saying here, Omalicha O says, I agree with him. They could be designing clothes, manufacturing clothes. It's not productive. He's right. So, I think where I agree with Omalicha as well is in the aspect of maybe designing the clothes, manufacturing the clothes, producing and all within the country here. So if they're going to make the fashion statements, they're making the fashion statements with locally produced, manufactured, and fashion pieces or fashion clothes that they are using to parade and all. That I think that would attract tourism, would attract fashion lovers into the country. What do you think?
Okay, let me give you an example. This sapper, do you know that they have some habits that these people can use? They can use equivalent of the money they can use to invest in a real business. They can use it to dress, to buy a shoe, just a pair of shoe. These people can use almost about 6,000 euro, 4,000 euro to buy designers, and these designers is even different color that if you even dress it, you cannot even impress anybody. Some of them, they cannot even take care of their family at home. The money they will use to pay for their house rent and their family, they will use it to buy a pair of shoe. That one is not wasting of money and energy. If you imagine 6,000 euros, if you use it to invest in a real estate, you can even use it to buy land and start building, selling. So if I tell you, even the ones in their country don't even have much money. The ones in Europe, if you see the way they spend money in this to SAP in Paris, some of them will use the money that will make them to be rich for life. They can invest that money for a good business. They will be rich for life and their family will not suffer anymore. They will use it to buy just a pair of shoes and clothes. That if you even wear it, nobody will even
Yes.
look at you.
Okay. I'm going to quickly read a comment here. Cantex says these spent money on Gucci and Louis Vuitton, but they have no inheritance, and most of them have no homes and make them rich. They are worthless piece of crap. Oh, okay. Another person says here, Senuti says these people need to separate themselves from France. France culture. The Congolese people need to wake up and see the reality of the status of their country. Stop trying to emulate the European. So that's what he says. Sapeurs are not necessarily rich people, though. I know of a Congolese man who lives in a run-down shack and barely can feed his family, yet he buys $5,000 suit.
That's what I'm telling you.
5,000.
Imagine if a Nigerian person have $5,000. Do you know how much? Do you know the investment he will put that money into? These people will use a lot of money to buy just a pair of shoes and clothes with tie and a wristwatch. Just waste the money for no reason, for nothing that will benefit their family, their generation. No, if it's possible, come to Paris, come to Belgium, just come and see the way they are living. These people are just wasting their life, and they will just hold here. They will not have anything at home in Africa.
Okay.
All the money they will just hand, these people will just waste it for.
I get your point. Okay, so
talk to me.
Just hold on, hang in there. We have another guest joining us, Dan Kalenga. Dan, your name sounds like Congolese. Am I right?
Yes, exactly. I'm Congolese.
Yeah. Okay, welcome.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great.
Where are you joining
I really
from?
appreciate it. Once again?
Where are you joining from?
From Poland.
Poland, okay. How is Poland today?
Quite good, but it's really freezing here. It's really cold.
Oh,
it's not like in Congo.
Here in Kinshasa, we are just chill. You know, we are chill in the
I
motherland.
wish. Yeah, I wish I was in Kinshasa here with lockdown. It's really hot.
Yeah. Okay. So let's have your take. How do you feel about
appreciate
Sapeurs?
Like this topic about Sapeurs. I think firstly it's cultural, but the way Congolese are taking it become like too much. If you go, for example, in Paris, like the brother said, Paris or Brussels, there are a lot of Congolese, and they spend a lot of money in the clothes, and some of them they didn't get that money. They're not rich. That they didn't get any heritage from their, I don't know, great parent or anything. They can use that money to invest and to help our country to grow. So I think they're taking too much now of that. Of course, it's a little bit in the blood, but they should not exaggerate. If you, for example, your wages, you earn your salary it's at least 2,000 euro. You cannot buy a suit for 5,000 euros. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So I think, this is the major issue, and a lot of Congolese that are too much on it, and you can touch anything from them, but don't play with their clothes. So they're really jealous about their clothes, and
Yes, I agree with you, because here I see the Congolese actually like to slay. Like we say slay in Nigeria is not derogatory. Like it means people who like to dress up, you know, look good, stylish, trendy. That's one thing I've also observed. Like Congolese like to dress up, like the good suits, the shoes, you know, the clothes are ironed, looking fair, looking fly. And I'm like, wow, okay. I thought I came from where people like to dress, but this is from another level. So they really pay attention. And then something else I observed when I was coming to Kinshasa, the plane we boarded, you know, there were a lot of Congolese on the plane coming from Addis to Kinshasa. And when we were approaching Kinshasa, we noticed that, you know, people started changing. So the clothes they put on and boarded the plane, they started changing them, putting on, you know, new clothes on the plane, like putting on perfumes. The whole plane, like the smell in the plane changed, became full of fragrances. You know, people put on makeups, men, you know, put on hats, wristwatches, sunshades. I was fascinated. I just sat and was just like looking, and I'm lost. I'm like, wait, what's happening? Like I'm not used to that. For me, just board the plane, you get to where you're going, you alight, and you go home. But it seems like landing in the country is such a big deal. There was a guy sitting in front of me. By the time this guy, changed his clothes, put on, it was a brand new face cap with a label on it. Everything was new. This guy was
Exactly.
different. When we alighted, I was like, when we disembarked from the plane, I was like, wait, is this not the guy that was sitting in front of me or someone else? Like,
Actually,
so that also, I was fascinated. Like, why is that?
actually, this is another issue. Like Congolese diaspora. I don't know. Maybe in the time living abroad, it was cool, but they really like to show people in Congo that they have a good life and everything is perfect. And when they land in Congo, and they someone can work all year just to go to spend the money which you get in that time in Congo for 1 month and show people that he's rich, that not he's rich, but he's having a good life. So I think that just maybe advertising the West, how the West is good, and that push a lot of Congolese to think like abroad is really perfect and Congo is really bad. If you have noticed, most of Congolese they dream like going outside of Congo because what people are showing them it's like heaven, which is untrue. Living, I don't know,
It's
in
untrue.
Paris, where there are a lot of
Yeah.
challenges. It's not perfect. For me, I've been here and I know the challenges which we go through every day. And if people can change their mindset, it will be perfect.
Yes. I
Don
agree
Kale,
with you
Don Kale,
100% because,
Don
yes, go
Kalinga.
on, brother Nice.
Yeah, bro. I like the way you speak. It's like you understand what I'm trying to say. I have a lot of them as my friends. I don't really like the attitude of dressing when you don't have any investment in your country. What is the
Exactly.
reason? What is the meaning of coming to Western world and look for money instead of you to invest in your country? You are spending the money here for just no for what it doesn't, for material things that will not even, So it's somehow, man. I look at them, I try to advise some of them, which is, I believe if you invest in your country, is more better. That money they spent in the clothes and the pair of shoes and all that, if they invest that money in their country, do you know how far that investment will go? They will even employ a lot of people
Exactly.
in Congo.
Yes.
And
So they need to change that. They need to change that their mindset and change that their mentality.
yeah, and
Yeah.
They need to do it.
the way that
You
the
understand?
way that I've noticed in
Nobody don't. Nobody don't. Hold on. If it's good to.
yeah, go ahead.
Hello,
Yes, go on.
hello.
Yes, go on. I can hear you.
Okay, I said is yeah. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong by dressing. If you want to dress, yeah. I said there's nothing wrong when you want to have fun, dress. There's nothing wrong about that. But you don't need to be. You don't need to be extreme. Don't go to some extreme, to that kind of extreme that spending the money that you can use to make your life better. You can invest in a good business. Use it to buy some pair of shoes and clothes with caps and all that. We don't. This is 21st century. We don't live those kind of life anymore. You know,
Yeah,
the Congolese
exactly.
people need to wake up. They need to know, face reality. You don't live that life anymore. Go and look at a different country in Africa,
King
in
says,
Ghana, in Nigeria. A boys of 25 years, they are going into real estate, building houses, creating job for their citizens. But this, hello, Donkenga,
Yes,
Don
I'm there. Yeah, I'm there. Yeah,
Donkenga,
I'm listening.
Dolenga.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
there.
Don.
I'm listening.
Yes. Do you understand what I'm? Yeah, do you understand what I'm
That's
saying, brother?
true. Yeah, I do understand what you
Oh,
mean. It's true. Instead of like
okay.
spending a lot of money in clothes and it doesn't make any sense. Actually, but there is a difference. If you have noticed that people who are really sapeur it's mostly people from the capital. People from the east of Congo that are not that much in it. So I think it's Congo is really huge, and this is the issue with Congo. It's really huge, and there are different type of people.
Even the ones in diaspora, it's still the same mentality. That's what I'm trying to let
In
you
the
know.
diaspora, it's really a huge issue. Yeah, even with some of my Congolese friends, they just live the moment, just to spend and to show off that their life is really
There's a
good.
there's a place in Paris. They call it Chateau Rouge. Ask
Chateau Rouge,
anybody. Yeah, Chateau Rouge and Chateau d'Eau. When you get to that place, you will see all those old Congolese women and men. What they do here is to sell all those Chinese clothes and Chinese bags. That's what they sold. But when they go to Congo, they will go and spend that money as if they are working in a industry in France.
In the industry, in the big office, and
yes, they are suffering here. You know, that is what I don't understand.
Okay, so before the internet disconnected me, I was about to read Owen King's comment. He said, do that, but in your own fashion instead of appropriating foreign fashion. So I think what he's saying is that you can dress up, you can be fashionable, but in your own fashion. We have our own African fashion and all. And for me, I think fashion is not bad. Being fashionable is not bad, but then you have to do it with a business sense. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it a business sense.
What we are trying to say is that it has to have limits. You understand? It has to limit.
And that's where the business sense comes in. So you have to spend wisely, exactly. And then of course, if you are going to set up maybe a fashion academy, a fashion, manufacturing something, instead of splurging that money, hard-earned money that is limited on expensive designer items that go back to the colonizers, and then you leave your people. Imagine that you put part of that money aside and then set up these fashion houses, fashion schools, industries where younger people can also acquire skills and be self-employed and all. It would add to the economy of the country.
It would improve. Exactly, Grace. That is part of what I'm saying now. That's part of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can, even if they love fashion so much, let them open fashion this thing in their country in Congo. Then let them be importing clothes, buy clothes, sew it. You have hello?
Talk to me, mostly like those people, they don't have such mindset. Their mindset is just to show up and to live the moment. This is the issue with people who like to well dress. Those Sapeurs, just to work, show off, well dress, and people praise them. That's it. They don't have business mindset or to do something about it. Yeah.
That is the problem that I have with all those Sapeurs. I'm very angry with them. Anytime I see them, I'm very angry. I'm telling you.
Me either. It's really a huge issue in Congo. If you guys knows like Papa Wemba was well known around the world, but when he died, he left just one house, and he left just the other. He invests most of his money in clothes, and most of his clothes was really expensive, and now they can't do with that clothes anything. He just left one house, but that guy, he was really a celeb. No, everyone knows him around the world, but he invests most of his money in clothes, in mark, and he has a lot of kids. Those kids, they didn't get any heritage from him because most of his money was just putting on clothes. So it's sorry for him.
Est-ce que vous parlez français?
Oui, je parle français, je suis congolais.
Tu parles français?
Oui, je parle français.
Ok. Est-ce que vous savez, vous savez, hein? Grace, sorry, let me talk to this guy in French. Vous savez,
when you talk, you are
donc, vous savez, l'argent là que les gens là. Yeah, I will explain to you. Vous savez, donc, l'argent que les gens là dépensent pour acheter les habits là, s'ils investissent cet argent là au Congo, il peut avoir un quartier qui sera le quartier le plus bel dans ce pays, au Congo.
Oui,
S'il investit
exactement.
ça pour construire les maisons au Congo.
Exactement.
Tous les sapeurs là ici en Europe là, s'il peut mettre cet argent-là, il peut mettre cet argent-là ensemble, il envoie ça, il investit ça au Congo là. Il peut avoir des quartiers où on peut dire que c'est les gens qui sont en Europe là, les construits ici là.
Oui,
on peut avoir des choses comme ça. Les usines, on peut construire les usines où on peut embaucher les gens où les gens peuvent travailler. Les gens peuvent bénéficier de ça. Moi, je préfère ça que de saper. Tout sape et dans la misère. On peut pas sortir dans la misère, mon frère.
On les interdit pas de saper, mais il faut qu'il y ait des limites. C'est ça le gros souci. Il y a certains qui vivent vraiment
c'est ça que je viens
dans la
de dire
vie,
là.
qui sont leur lieu d'habitation, tu ne vas pas croire, et les habits qui possèdent, donc ça ne matche pas, il n'y a pas d'essence. C'est ça le grand souci. S'ils pouvaient se mettre ensemble, avoir une mentalité de business, ça pourrait aider notre pays à évoluer. Et la RDC, c'est un pays de beaucoup d'opportunités. Voilà.
Ok.
All right,
mais oui, le Congo est l'argent. Le Congo est riche. Il y a des. Okay, let me explain to what I was telling. Hello, Grace.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, let me explain what I was saying. I was telling that brother that money all those sapeurs used to spend in their clothes, on their pair of shoes. If all those sapeurs bring those money together and they invest it in their country, they can even have a place where they can even have companies. They will invest in companies. That kind of money, they can use it to build a company, and they can invest in people, and they can even people can company you see is from people from diaspora that build this company. That is even beneficial to the citizen than using that money to dress and drink. That's what I was telling him.
Right. Okay. Thank you. So we have James. James is here to join. Welcome, James.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Where are you joining us from?
I'm calling you from Canada. I'm not from Congo. I don't know if I can discuss with you.
Okay. Do you know anything about Sapeurs?
Yes, I know what is Sapeur. I know what is SAP. I know everything about that movement they have in both Congo.
Okay. All right. And so how do you feel about?
Yes, that is what I want to say. I just want to say, you cannot tell to someone what he has to do with his money. Maybe it is strange for some people, but you cannot tell them what they have to do with their money. If they want to buy clothes, they will buy clothes. But now, is it the good way to use the money? I don't think so. But we cannot tell them, oh, you have this money, do this with your money, do this with your money. And Africans are not Africans always have a problem. You see, me, for example, in my country, we are known to be the people who do business. We don't buy expensive car, we don't buy expensive clothes, but when it's come to create business, we are well known for that. But some people will say, oh, look at these people. They have a lot of money, but they don't buy expensive car. They don't buy expensive houses. They don't buy expensive clothes. So even when you have money, if you don't buy those things, they will say, oh, you're not doing that, like bad guy. When you are doing that, they are saying that, oh, you're buying clothes. Why are you doing that? They always have something to say, no matter what you're doing.
Can I interrupt? Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got your point, but Congo is a country which has a lot of issue. We cannot afford such luxury. So if we make all of our effort, all of the money we get from different places to put it together to help our country to grow, to develop, because there is a lot of, you have to be honest, there are a lot of people in Congo are suffering, are under poverty. So if there is people who are dying with hunger, but you are taking that money to buy Gucci, you don't know even who is Gucci, to make someone who is already rich to become more and more richer. You could just take that money to invest, I don't know, in anything, even in farming, and you provide food to people. The point is not just to guide people to tell them how to, in which to spend their money, or for how to spend their money. It's just to put our minds together, our effort together, to help our country to grow.
I
So this,
understand
I
what
think,
you're
this is
saying.
the point.
Yeah, I just want to say Congo have a government, right? Congo have a government with a minister. They have a war administration. That is their job. What you are saying is the
Yeah,
job of the administration. They have to build the roads. They have to create jobs for people.
yeah, but
They
they will
have
not
to
do
take.
everything. You have to
Yeah,
do
yeah, but
our part. Yeah,
yeah, but Congo is not just a land where you have no government. You have a government, you have an administration, you have people working for the country. Now, what you are talking about is the job of the government. You see, someone cannot, will not. I mean, me, I can take my money to help the people, but I understand that other people don't want to do that. We cannot tell them, take your money, do this, do this, do that. You know, me, I'm the first to help Africans when I'm on the continent because I live in Canada. But I cannot tell other people to do the same as me.
yeah. Everyone, it's free. It just I think the point we are just trying to put not to put a different mindset. If people can think in different way, instead of every time spending a lot of money in the clothes, and they don't even buy, like, let's say, Congolese brands or African brands. They buy a brand from the West, and most of time it's them who claim about the West. They complain about the West, so they mistreat us, blah 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 blah. So
Yeah, I understand your point. I have lived in France for some times, and I can tell you that a lot of Congolese are making huge amount of money because of that movement, the SAP. They have shops on one of the biggest avenue in France, and they are selling clothes like crazy. With white people are going there to buy, black people are going there to buy, and some of them have invested the money in Congo. I have discussed with them. You see, so even in that movement, some people have the money from that movement and they invest in Congo, but
but believe
most
me,
most
they're
of them
really less. For being Congolese, they're really less. And I know some people, not even people who live in the diaspora or in France, whatever. People who are in Congo, they live in the ghetto. But if they show you the clothes which they own, it's, you can't believe that. Even they
yeah,
make even their kids to suffer. They don't send their kids to school just to spend the money in clothes. So I think
yeah,
it's a issue. It's a serious issue.
yeah. I'm just saying that some people, especially living in Europe, they have invested in Congo. So all of them are not crazy like that because it is clear that if you ask me my personal what I think personally about that, I will say that
Mhm.
it is a bad way of living. When you have money, you cannot just take all your money to go and buy clothes, buy cars, buy. You cannot do that. Me personally, I cannot do that. When I have money, I think about the future. So, I take one part of the money I will save, and I will live with the rest of the money. But I will not do that. But the thing is that, are you is it right to tell them what they have to do with their money? No, it is
No,
not.
no.
See,
Everyone is free. Yeah, that's true.
See, so I
Yeah.
agree with you. It is a very bad way of thinking, because I see, and the thing which is the major problem I have is that a lot of Africans, when you talk with them, they will tell you white people have done this, white people have done that, but when they have money, they don't go and invest. They go and buy clothes.
Exactly.
You see, that is where I have a problem. Don't say white people have done that when you are not even able to help your own because you are not different from that white man. You understand?
brother
That
from
is where I
brother
have
from
a problem.
brother from brother from Canada. Let me speak to you. I'm from Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the one that started this because I've been waiting for this conversation for long. Because I used to see them always, and I used to talk to them. Many of them are my friends in Paris. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
For me, I want Africa to grow. I want to see Africa progress. You understand what I'm saying? So all those sapeurs, we have nothing against them. What we are saying here, we are trying to advise them. We are not going to tell them what to do with their money. That one is true. But at least if we still voice our opinion, maybe they might still hear and they can still learn from what we are saying. That is why we are sharing those things from this in this platform. You understand? They need to learn. Maybe people don't advise them. They still need to listen, or any friends that advise them, they still need to listen and use it because it's very important. This life has it doesn't. You don't have two life. You will live once. Okay, like what there's a word you said. You said and like what you said, they cannot tell someone what he has to do with his money. Well, that is true. But if you have a friend, a good friend can still advise you when you are going wrong. And you said something that when it comes to development, is the government. That's the reason why they have government. You think that 90% of Africa, in our country in Africa, 90%. Do you think that is the government that developed the country? Individual participate a lot than the government in Africa. Do you know? Have you heard of Aliko Dangote? Do you think that if Aliko Dangote have money for pair of shoes and he spent that kind of money in pair of shoes and clothes, you think Aliko Dangote would be the richest man in Africa today?
No, I don't think so.
So that is where we are coming from. People need to be very smart.
Africa
have
the problem is you have that mindset, but they don't have that mindset.
That is why we are speaking
this
out.
Is the point. Yeah.
So that okay. I rest my case.
So that
my case, bro.
Encourage one another.
Because some people
so that
when they
we
really
can
want to do
encourage
something.
one another.
Because some people, when they really want to do something, you can talk to him, say whatever you want. He will just go and buy clothes. Because I have friends who are actually sapeurs, and I know what I'm talking about. I have talked to them. I say, hey, man, these things of buying clothes, expensive clothes, is not good. But they don't listen to you. You understand? They really want to do that.
Okay. I'm going to put you guys on mute just a few seconds, and we have Mountain of Inspiration. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome. How are you? Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. Excellent. Now, I just wanted to say thank you very much for what you're doing. And I've been enjoying the show. I've been enjoying the debate right now. I've been enjoying the debate, and all I can say is that what you guys are saying makes perfect sense. But the only thing that we have to start doing ourselves is to start promoting one another. As a matter of fact, as I'm listening to you, I'm saying that there is still hope. Because if we still understand, if we are aware of the fact that the way we consume things, the way we consume Western brand is actually causing us to lose a sense of identity and lose a sense of what we need to build for the future. There's hope that, yes, you know what? One step at a time, we get into the right place.
Yes. You're right. Thank you. Yeah. Can you hear me? I only agreed with what you've said. I said you are right. Your point is valid. We have to encourage one another, promote one another, so that we can. And that's why we're also having this conversation, because if we are trying to develop at the pace we want to develop as Africans, we have about 40-something countries in Africa. So if we are all going to develop, then we have to have the same mindset, the mindset that is geared towards development. How can we work together in our individual countries, communities, and all to build our communities and our countries, so that the collective picture, which is Africa, will be that envy. We would not need to leave Africa and go to Europe, to America, to the United Kingdom to go live there. We we should all participate and put our hands on deck to develop our continent. And that starts from a change of mindset. Why do we think that splurging money on European fashion is, is something big, is something we should do? Why don't we invest that money into doing things that were more productive for us? Some people are arguing that, well, you can't tell people what to do with their money. I agree, you can't tell, but then we're just having this conversation so that we can appreciate the fact that we don't need to seek validation or self-esteem from foreign culture, foreign fashion, especially when it gets to the extreme of spending so much when other people probably within your sphere of influence are impoverished and need that money in order to improve their quality of life, in order to improve communities. That's why we are having this conversation. And there's a comment I pinned here because I love it. DRC is currently in a good move with a new leadership. Very soon it will be the African leading country. I absolutely love this because I've actually asked if a few English speaking Congolese have interacted with what they feel about the current leadership, and they all seem very happy. They love the president, they love the current leadership. He seems like a visionary leader. And just so you know, in case you didn't know, he's the current is it chairman or president of the African Union. So we're just positive and hopeful that with his leadership, the African Union, even as a whole, is going to set out on the right path of developing Africa at the pace that we young Africans desperately want to see Africa develop. And even here in DRC, I'm positive that by the time I visit again, I'm going to see a lot more changes and all, because trust me, Congolese love this current leadership, this current president. And personally, I've not met him, but I like him. I like the fact that, he's visionary and is set to take the country, in the right direction. So that's my point there. If we are all going to develop like this, then we need to change our mindset. Not splurging money on fashion, these things don't make us rich.
One more comment I would like to make, if I can.
Yes, go on.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what people are saying when it comes to the way that we've been consuming Western fashion, the way we've been consuming a Western way of life. But everything that we've been doing for the past few years comes from one thing and one thing only: soft influence. The way that the Western world has actually been imposing its culture on Africa has been through soft influence of media, movies, and things like that. So when you watch a movie, when you actually see how people live outside, you start to think like, oh, maybe this is the way that we should also be living. But the way that now things are happening in Africa, we're actually consuming Africa almost on a daily basis. You go to YouTube, you see YouTubers who are actually promoting Africa, promoting the goods of Africa. So it's actually pushing people to rethink our system of value, to actually say, you know what, maybe we should actually start actually consuming Africa when it comes to what we watch on TV, what we watch in terms of entertainment, and also what you should be wearing in terms of clothes, in terms of also buying furniture at home. Because we can see that even now in Nigeria, there are people actually making amazing furniture. Everything is made in Africa. So we are now starting to think differently and start wanting to actually buy Africa. So which is very good.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yeah, I got your point. Yeah, I agree with that.
I would have loved us to have a one sapeur in this platform.
Yeah, exactly.
So that we balance everything. Like, we want to hear from sapeur, their own side of view. I want to hear from them.
Sapeurs don't have time. They are doing shopping, so don't expect them to be there.
This brother, you are very funny.
I want to say something about Virtual Grace said that we have to consume our own products, okay? But I just want to say that DR Congo is one of the most Pan-African country I know in Africa. One of the most Pan-African country. Because when you go to Congo, you will realize that they have a lot of African companies in their countries. It is one of the rare countries like that. You go to other African countries, you see a lot of European, Americans company over there. So personally, I will not say that Congolese don't consume or Sapeurs don't consume. Congolese consume African every single day, and you have to go there to realize that. So it is not because a bunch of people go and buy some European brand that we just generalize and say that all Congolese are doing that. No, Congo is a very pan-African country, and I hope if you have not been there, go and you will see.
I don't really think so, because Congo, the problem of Congo has been a lot of troubles, and there is not really.
That's not true. That's not true.
Bro, let me tell you, brother from Canada. Let me tell you. Brother from Canada, let me tell you. What you said, I disagree with you. The Congo is not a Pan-African, but I know that Congo, they wear their own attire, their makings, the African clothes, they wear it. I know very well, but they are not Pan-African. They still prefer Western things a lot.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
that is true. As a matter of fact, Congo is the one country that consumes a lot of European cars. They don't actually consume anything African.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one.
I cannot agree with that.
If you go in Congo, even small shop, it's not owned by
Congolese. We love to drive.
It's owned by Asians.
Because I remember, I think it was last year, Congo have done their development plan with an African bank. It is the first country in Africa to do that. Other countries, when they have their development plan, no, African First Bank. So when it is the first country in Africa to do that. Other countries in Africa, when they want to do their development plan, they're going to see banks, the World Bank or some American banks. They are not even thinking about the local bank. Congo is the first country in Africa to do that.
But this is just a small aspect. Congo is a huge country, and we have a serious issue even in the banking system. I could tell you,
brother. Do you know the definition of Pan-Africanism? Do you know the definition? When you talk about a country that is Pan-African, how many countries in Africa do you know their history? The country that is Pan-African, you talk of Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, Guinea. Those are Pan-African countries in Africa. Congo is not even among them.
Senegal is not Pan-African. That one, no. Senegal is not Pan-African at all. Sadly, I'm Francophone. I know very well those French-speaking countries, and I can tell you, if one country in Africa is totally not Pan-African, it is Senegal. That one.
From Canada, where are you from?
I'm from Cameroon, but I tell you, Senegal is totally not Pan-African. I'm telling you, everything in Senegal is owned by France. What are the... No.
Brother, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you now. I said, if you want to know Pan-African country, you talk about Ghana. You need to read history first. You need to know African history first, brother.
I know you want to talk about Kwame Nkrumah, but when I look at those countries, I cannot say they are Pan-Africans, because you cannot tell me that you're Pan-African because you were preaching the love between black people. That is not all. You need action.
Okay.
Me, I can say Burkina Faso is Pan-African.
What make Pan-African? Tell me. What is the definition of Pan-African?
But you have to work with your own. You have to work with your own, with Africans. When you have to build a road, you have to trust an African companies. It is just little things like that. Me, I don't look at the speech you are doing. I look at your action, what you are doing, because it is just speech. Even me, I'm Pan-African.
The only thing we advise you, go to a library and read African history. You will see the country that, even go to Google, that will show you the country that is Pan-African in Africa. Congo is not even among them, brother.
Yeah, I'm from Congo. I agree with you. I think Francophonia is not a good example in that.
Francophone is not even among them.
Senegal is not Pan-African. I told you that most of French-speaking countries,
Senegal is still Francophone. Senegal is still Francophone country. Senegal is still Francophone country, brother.
Yeah, Senegal is not Pan-African. Most of Francophone countries are not Pan-African. That is what I'm telling you.
So,
but do you know why there are not that much of French companies in Congo, not because Congo is a Pan-African country, because a lot of those French companies, they think like Congo is a high-risk country, so they don't invest in Congo. It's not like Congo said no to those companies.
Do you know one thing? Do you know one thing, brother? One thing I want to tell you. Congo is the most richest country in Africa. Congo.
Yeah, they're very rich.
They say it has all the old mineral resources. That is the reason why Congo is destabilized, because of that
And the
mineral
stability of
resources.
Congo is a
Yeah, a
major
lot of
issue.
people are, you know.
You understand? Different people are coming there to cause a problem in that country because of that mineral resource. That's the reason why Congo have passed through a lot. You understand?
Yeah, Congo has been through a lot and a lot of instability.
Congo have been through a lot. So that is the reason why we are coming to this place to make sure that our young ones, our young generation, Congolese, they should come together and work together and build that country, because that resources, they need to secure it for themselves and use it to develop their country. That is why we are here in this panel. You understand? Because that country, we don't. If Congo fail, Africa will fail. You understand?
That is clear. Congo is very rich, but I feel like I have another problem with Congo. I think there is a brother from Congo here.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Go
I
ahead.
feel like a lot of Congolese, they don't want to do agriculture. They just want to go
Yeah,
in
it's an
the
issue.
gold mine.
Yeah,
They just want to look for diamond. Why they don't think about
this is
agriculture? Congo has a huge land.
we have been taught since we were kids like Congo is a rich country, but you have never seen the impact of that richness, if I could say. And Congo has a very vital soul, and we don't practice, we don't do agriculture at all. I think maybe it's a francophone problem. People think like
No,
to have a
not at
work,
all.
you need to
It
work
is
in the
crazy
office.
because I have learned
Yeah.
when I was in Cameroon that we export goods to Congo, but our country is small. We are very small. But how is it possible that we we do agriculture and we sell it to Congo? It should be
Yeah,
the opposite.
Brother, can I speak?
Yeah,
Yeah, go
sure.
ahead, man.
Okay. The problem, the people, the Congolese generation, they don't like to do anything in that country. All they always think about is to travel out of the country. They believe that when they travel out and come back, that is where they will earn their respect. They will have everything they want. They even feel that in Congo, they can even become a millionaire than going to outside country to go and look for what they can even get in their own country. That is the
Exactly.
mentality of Congolese.
People take their land for going in the West.
If Congolese, if they are creative, they can use there are many of them, they can even invest into their mineral resources. From there, they will become a millionaire. But they don't even know that they can do that.
Because
Yeah,
that
I
is
think that
crazy. They
there
have
are some
huge
people,
land.
the
They are
mindset
not.
they start. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they have a huge land because Congo is big, but they are not even thinking about agriculture. That is crazy. And people are dying because they don't have food. They have the land, they have everything to produce their food, but people are dying because all of them want to go in a gold mine and have gold, have diamond, have I don't know what. You see that?
And what the lady shows, like in the which are like the new leadership, they've like a kind of model that to make yeah, you guys understand fine, faire la revanche du sous-sol sur le sol, that we should instead of being focused in mineral resources, now we should be focused on land to produce food. And if you guys have noticed, agriculture farming provides a lot of job comparing to the mining one.
Yes,
And
now.
people never stop eating. The mining, the minerals can end one day, but people will
Yes.
continue to eat till death. So
Yeah,
Yes.
agriculture is a,
Congo can feed the whole continent.
Yes. I said
and people
that
exactly.
there's an interview, There's an interview. A Nigerian journalist went to Dubai to interview some the Dubai citizens. Do you know what the Arab guy said? He said, Africa the sub-Saharan Africa, all African black nations in Africa, you see they are blessed. You see their land is very fertile. There's nothing you will put in the land in Africa that will not, you will bear many things. But these people, look at Dubai. Dubai was a desert before. They don't even have land to farm in all those Arab countries. Those Arab countries, they're supposed to depend on us. We are the one that's supposed to be supplying them food because they live in desert. Okay, imagine how long Dubai they found their oil. Look at what they use their oil money to do in Dubai. But Congo have a lot of resources. Other countries in Africa, Nigeria have a lot of resources. Cameroon have a lot of resources that they have detected for long ago. But
we
today,
don't have so much resources. But,
no, brother. Okay, you said you don't have so much. If I tell you the resources you have in Cameroon, you will be surprised.
I mean, comparing to our neighbors, I'm not talking.
Comparing to do you know that that land they call Bakassi in Cameroon?
Yeah, Bakassi has a lot of gas and petrol. Yeah.
The oil and gas that is in Bakassi alone.
But the thing is that the thing is that Cameroon don't even use resources. Petrol, gas, bauxite, we don't even use that.
Listen, what they do, all those our leaders, they don't have anything in their brain. What they do is they only care about their family and looting. The money will come, they will still loot it. The rest of them, they will give it to the white people. That's what they do. They will not develop their country. Look, Dubai that found oil yesterday. Look at what they use their oil money to do. Look at Dubai today. Dubai that was desert 20 years ago. Look at Dubai
but the
today.
thing is that African countries don't think about the future. When they have the money, they think about use the money. You see, because Dubai today, at the day of today, when you look at the GDP of Dubai, the petrol and gas represent like 50% of the GDP of Dubai. Only 15%. 15%, that's all. But back in the time, the petrol and gas were like 80% of the GDP of Dubai. They were thinking about the future. We have this money, we have petrol, we have gas. What are we supposed to do with all that money? If we eat all the money will finish and the people tomorrow will suffer. So they have think about invest in tourism. They have built towers and highways and hotels and crazy things.
Just look at Sierra Leone. Look at Sierra Leone that is under development. Do you know that most of the diamond that all those American rappers you see in their chest, on their neck, on their legs, and their wife hands, all those diamonds that is coming, all of them they are coming from Africa, from Sierra Leone. Majority from Sierra Leone, Guinea, Liberia. All those things that you are seeing in the Western world here, that these white people are using, is coming from Africa.
I want just to
but
say
our leader,
funny
what are they doing with all those diamond money? What are they doing with that money? They will still loot that money.
Yeah,
do you know that
exactly
almost everyone on part of Congo in his cell phone? That's everyone on Congo, because there is one mineral resources which we have in the electronic devices. It's called coltan, and that mineral resources we find it in Congo. I don't know, up to 80% we can find it only in Congo, and I don't know how those companies they got that minerals, and we don't exploit it, and the way of getting that minerals is to create instability in the east part of Congo and to loot that minerals. Even the United Nations help them take part of that looting. And there was two weeks ago or 1 month ago, there was an accident of a car of the United Nations. When people go to discover coltan in those cars, there is even an aerodrome, like where the plane can land, because United Nations, no one can check those planes, and they loot the mineral resources from Congo, and we don't get anything from there.
Yeah, you are right, guys.
Brother,
you are right. I just want to say that they don't think about the future. Look, this country close to Cameroon, I think it is Equatorial Guinea. Do you know Equatorial Guinea? Yeah. Just recently, they have an explosion in the capital, the economic capital, Bata. That small country is extremely rich in petrol. But when they have the explosion in Bata, the economic capital, they were
Tu
asking
apprends
help to
le,
Cameroon. They were
tu
saying,
apprends le
please,
bon
Cameroon, come and help
ou tu
us.
apprends le l'autre là?
Yeah, they
C'est le
were
bon que
asking.
soit. Oh là. Je vais
So you
venir
see,
récupérer mon. Je viens
they don't think
récupérer.
about.
Talk, bro. Talk. I'm listening, bro.
Yeah, they don't think about the future. How can a small country so rich can ask help to Cameroon to come and save them because of an explosion in the capital? They had 600 people not died, but they have like some little problems. They were asking help. They don't have
Yeah,
the money.
that one,
It is crazy.
no. If they ask for help, that one is not a problem. They can ask help from any neighboring as an Africans. It's not a problem. But the only thing that I'm saying is that our leader need to wake up. Our leader need to wake up. You understand? This is
Exactly.
21st century. They need to wake up. Let me tell you, brother from Congo. Do you know what I was telling my girlfriend the last time? I was telling her that if Congo want to restore their dignity, and they want to keep their sovereignty safe, what they have to do, Congo need a very solid institution. They need to build their institution very, very strong.
Yeah.
That the first thing, the first, if they can vote if they can vote a president that really love his people, that want to secure that country for his country, the first thing we do, the moment they elect him, the first thing we do, that is what I was saying. The first thing we do, it will make a general announcement and tell every country that is coming from outside Congo, that is coming here to cause problem, they should vacate. All the rebels that is coming here from other country, from a neighboring country that is in Congo, causing problem, they should vacate that country. It will give them 24 hours to leave Congo. Then it will commit Congo to the hands of Israel to bring all those what is it? They have a lot of technology. There are some kind of technology they will put in their border, in Congolese border between Congo and the neighboring country. There are some technology they will put there. That technology is for them to secure all their border with other country. They will tell Israel to come and fix all those technology, and US give that contract to them.
But do you know the like the neighbor country which are creating trouble in Congo? They are supporting by the powerful nation. This is that's why
no, listen.
Fight those
listen. That is what I'm telling you now. If they put all those security, do you know that Israel have it? They installed by Americans. Installed by Americans. So the Congo can still do the same thing. They will install it. When they install it, they will tell all this Western power that I don't want any invasion in my country. Any Western power that come, anybody that do any illegal mining in my country, they go to 10 years or
but you know
20
Congo,
years in prison.
they have neighbor on the east side of Congo. They have some neighbor. It is difficult to say that to Congolese. They have some neighbor on the east side of their country. They are looking for trouble.
Listen,
I don't want to mention those countries.
Listen, that's the reason why I'm telling you now that they need to secure their border first with their neighboring country. That is why they will put all this technology. If all this technology are there, they cannot dare they will not dare to cross their border.
Which country in Africa can truly secure its border? Me, I'm from West Cameroon, but I can enter Nigeria anytime I want, even if you secure that border.
Listen,
crazy.
Brother, listen. Let me tell you now. It's because Africa, they don't invest in their border. That is why. Like Europe now, you don't see the way Europe border is. Do you think that you can come from Holland now? You can come from US now to invade Canada without you will not face some tight
which
security.
Country in Africa are able to do that? I don't know.
It's very simple, brother.
I know the country which did that. Botswana.
Listen. Do you know that? Do you know that?
Yeah, you cannot. Botswana is very secure.
Oh,
Grace, where have you been? Welcome back.
Oh goodness, my internet disconnected.
Welcome back. Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
You leave the panel for us. We were just going. We just continue.
Yes.
You're still in Congo? You're in Congo?
I went out. I went out to buy units.
You're in
Yes.
Congo,
Okay,
right?
okay.
I went out to buy units. My units, I was
You're
out
still
of
in
it.
Congo, right?
I
You are still in Congo,
is
right?
it
In
me?
Kinshasa. Yeah. Yeah, I'm asking if you are still in.
Yes, I'm still in Kinshasa.
Yeah, because the internet in Congo is really bad. That's why.
I mean, it is not just Congo. Hey,
Yes,
we
it's
will not
it's
say that it
actually
is only Congo.
okay. It's actually okay, but I was out of units, so I had to go out and buy. I
I
went
know that
out
Okay.
I
to
don't
buy,
know about Nigeria,
but
but
I just
I
got back.
believe that in Congo it's really expensive.
Grace, you said you have been learning
Yeah.
Lingala. Azabien. What is the meaning of Azabien?
Yes. Azabien, I'm fine. Nazabien, I'm fine. Nakei Kosomba.
My Lingala is better, eh, Grace. You have to do more effort. More effort, Grace. No. More effort, eh?
I'm going to tell you in Lingala.
Grace is speaking.
Yes.
She's speaking
But at
Dutch.
least
I
I
asked her a
tried.
question. I asked Grace a question. She's speaking Dutch. She's saying something else.
Hey, my brother from Congo, are you here?
Yeah, I'm still there. Actually,
I'm
Okay.
speaking
Congo,
Lingala.
Do you
Congo
know
is
that?
really,
Do
yeah,
you
go
know that
ahead.
do you know that in Cameroon we have some people in the littoral region, and those people they're actually coming from a part of Congo called Congo Central.
Congo
Okay,
Central, and they do
yeah,
speak Kikongo. I know.
yeah, and
That
those
is
people
Angola as well.
when you speak Lingala, they understand like 70%.
Yeah, and
They under,
Congo and Lingala, it's quite close. So it's quite, I think it's quite similar language. Yeah.
yeah, because when I listen some Congolese song, I'm able to understand a little. Some parts, some words are the same, some sentences are the same. It is very crazy.
Yeah, and I don't know you guys if you have the same issue. Like you know that Congo is not really connected, and we have very issue of infrastructure. Do you know that there are people from part of Congo they've been like Congo? It's really divided. People from the west and the east they are not connected. They are not communicating at all. And remember me, I'm originally not from Kinshasa. I'm from Lubumbashi, and my
Yeah.
first time to being in the capital, it's when I was 19, and I didn't knew any
Déjà
words
fini
in
ma,
Lingala.
t'as
Yeah,
fini ma
I
paprika.
don't, I don't know if you have the same issue in your country. I don't
Je
think
vais
Congo
te
is
mettre en
really huge,
prison.
but
normally,
it's not
normally they are
connected.
supposed to build a train to link all the region of the country to the capital. But now in Cameroon, we have
Oui,
the
c'est un
issue
délit de
between
paprika.
the northern part of the country and the southern part of the country. So some people living in cities like Garoua, Maroua, which is the savannah, sometimes they have never been to the capital of Cameroon. So we have that issue. So we need to build a train so they can move quickly in the country and join the capital. You see, I have met some Cameroonian there in Canada, but they have never been to the capital of Cameroon, but they are in Toronto. Can you believe it? So
Yeah,
I guess
this is
all
the
countries in the
even
world
the
have that
movement of
issue.
food. There is some like people who are producing some food, and it's getting bad because there is no infrastructure to bring the food in the place where people will consume it, where people will buy and eat those food. So I think there is
Bro,
a serious issue of infrastructure.
brother from Canada.
I
Brother
agree
from
Yes,
to
Cameroon.
yes,
Uh, let us speak about Cameroon, brother. Do you know
yes.
that your president, Paul Biya, he want to live there forever? That man, he don't want to
You,
leave power.
that
That
man,
man
you
be
want to.
there since we were kids.
For me, I will say the problem is he can even die there. I don't have a problem with that. But the problem for me is that I think he wants to put his kids, after him. That one I cannot support that. You see, like Togo, for example, or Gabon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guy is like
Sanity. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it.
he,
Thank you.
but you have to know that in Cameroon we don't support him. we don't support him anymore. If the guy is still there after more than 30 years, it is because of the army. Because when you want to protest and demonstrate in the street that you are not happy, you send soldiers and you will take a bullet for that. You see, no one is crazy to be happy to have a guy who is there since more than 30 years. It is because they are using weapons. They are using the soldiers. So you cannot even talk. You cannot even protest. You cannot do nothing. You understand?
Yeah, I do understand. So I want.
Yeah, I understand, but I understand that. But the only problem that I have with the Cameroonians as well is that Cameroonians as well, it's like they are too scared as well. What is the problem against that man?
It is not they are scared. I will tell you, in 1984, everything started in 1984. In 1984, a bunch of Cameroonians have attempted a coup d'etat. Okay?
Yeah.
And they missed the coup d'etat. Imagine that in Nigeria you try a coup d'etat after Muhammadu Buhari and you miss the coup d'etat. What will happen is that Muhammadu Buhari will prepare. So when you miss a coup d'etat, you don't have another chance.
Yeah, but what a coup d'etat is not good. The one that I'm saying, nationwide protest is better. Don't go for coup d'etat, because if that one fails, that one is dangerous.
Yeah, but
they will kill all these people. It's better for nationwide protest.
Story.
Occupy
that
the
is the
streets.
Story, because in 1984 they have tried a coup d'etat. They missed the coup d'etat, and now Biya has prepared everything so he cannot do that anymore. He's there to stay now. You see,
Yeah,
but because now you want to talk, they will kill you. They are not discussing with you. You understand? They have called Israel, called a spy from Israel, so they spy over the population. You don't even know it, but they are spying on you.
Yeah.
Okay, brother, it was really nice to talk to you. I think I will go soon, and I would like just to to thank Grace for visiting Congo. I've watched a lot of YouTube video from English speaking country, and I've never seen anyone who have been to Congo. So I'm really great that you have done that, and I want just to know something. What motivates you to go to Congo? Like, I know there is a lot of challenges. They speak French, and less people who do speak English.
Yes. So what first of all, thank you. I'm enjoying Congo. I'm enjoying Kinshasa. So I feel so much at home here in Kinshasa. So on the question of what motivated me to come, I answered that in my previous stream, but I've had a lot of
The network is breaking.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You really said it that their network there in Congo is
yeah, I
not easy.
No, I think it is the place where she's staying. I believe it is the place where she's staying.
But I don't know about
it's possible.
in Nigeria or Cameroon, but I think in Congo it starts really good.
My brother,
no,
we are waiting,
Nigeria,
for you.
Nigeria, we have a good network in Nigeria.
In Cameroon, everything depends on where you are. At my house, the connection is pretty good, but
she's
it is
in the
not
capital,
everywhere.
so the connection should be good.
Yeah, normally.
No.
Normally.
I'm pretty sure she's in a place a little bit far from the downtown. Sometimes when you are far, when you have too much.
And the question that you ask is very important. She was about to reply to your question.
Yeah.
No, she said, I have asked that question before, and she was saying that she wanted to move to places where other YouTubers have not been to. Because
exactly.
a lot of YouTubers, when they travel, they are going to Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya. They are never going to places like Congo, Sudan, and all those. So they just want to have a new cities to show to people.
Yeah,
exactly.
It was. I think all of you guys know that. I've watched a lot of YouTube video from African YouTuber, and none of them have been to Congo. I was just thinking, but maybe
even me, I'm from Cameroon. They are not going there. I'm just looking at them. I'm looking at them.
Brother, do you know that? Congo, the way the media portray Congo, everybody is scared to go to Congo. The way they
Exactly.
used
No,
to
me,
talk about.
I'm not scared to go to Congo. Not me.
I've even some
But
friends.
okay,
Uh,
okay, so I'm going to meet you guys so that I can answer my question. All right. So for me, coming to Congo was like it's a dream come true. I've always I heard bits and pieces of history, and I've read as well. I just wanted to come experience it. I feel like I'm not experiencing Congo as much that I came, and I'm so happy that on getting here, so much of the stereotype I've seen, I'm pleasantly surprised by what I see. And then most importantly of all, I read and heard that the history of my forebears, I'm a Tiv person. I speak Tiv. I'm from Benue State. So I heard that the story of our ancestors of the migration, our ancestors migrated from the Congo Basin and settled in the present day Benue State of Nigeria. And Benue State is bordered by Cameroon as well. My local government actually shares boundary with Cameroon. I always just was fascinated by this land where my ancestors moved from, this Congo Basin. I would really love to visit and just see how it is in the present day. And also, for me, that was like the biggest motivation. And I remember when I was preparing to come here, I was just so excited. I kept saying, the land of my ancestors is calling me, I just want to go, go, go. And on YouTube 100% as a travel vlogger. The first country I'm going to go just to come from before going to any other part of Africa. So that was my my biggest motivation. And the fact that I've not seen much said about Congo by YouTube, show Congo from my own lens, just send out the invitation to more YouTubers from the Francophone speaking part of Africa to come visit Congo as well. And let's showcase this beautiful place. So that really is my motivation, James. Hope I've answered you.
uh, co- co- can you repeat, please?
Yeah, it's me who asked the question, by the way. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
it was
Hey,
me who asked the
Victor
question.
Grace, this means you
Yeah.
are Bantu?
Okay. I'm Bantu.
Okay, never knew that there is some Bantu in Nigeria. I was thinking that Bantu is just Cameroon, Central, East, and Southern Africa. I'm very happy to know that
No,
there are some
so my
Bantus
local
in
government
Nigeria.
actually shares boundary with Cameroon.
Ah, okay.
Yes, and we have Tiv people, my tribe, Tiv people. We also have
Ah, okay, so you are welcome to Cameroon, Victor Grace. Maybe one day I will host you in Yaoundé. I hope so.
Yeah. And Grace, you have that
yes.
stereotype as well,
I
like
definitely
you go
am
to
going to
Congo,
visit Cameroon as well.
yeah, you'll be kidnapped or like people in
What?
Congo. There is you had that stereotype of you'll be afraid that you'll be kidnapped in Congo or there is war everywhere. People are killing each other in Congo.
No.
All right. Because me, even some of my friends, sometimes you when they ask you where you're from Congo, oh, so you are lucky to be here in
No.
Congo, there is war. And so sometimes you don't even want to talk to tell people that you are from Congo. People has a
No.
lot of stereotype
It's
about
safe.
Congo.
I mean, think that people mostly form due to the media biases that they see, and people tell you, oh, Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. Nigeria is not safe, Nigeria, all this and that, all that. For me,
We have the same issue.
Opinions and ideas and perspectives about people and places based on the stereotypes that they've heard over time. And that's why, for me, making content on YouTube is very important to help, debunk those stereotypes that people have based on those negative information that they've heard from media and all. Yeah, so that's it. We can only tell the stories of the realities of our people so that people will have the right information.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
Yeah, just before going, I want just if you guys you're aware about the map. There is a big discussion about the map of the world. You have heard about that? That the map
The,
which we know it's the fake one. They've shown Africa as small, but actually Africa is big.
yeah, I have heard
Yes.
about that.
Africa is
Yeah, Victor Grace, you can go ahead.
just no, go on, James. Talk.
Yeah, so I was saying that now I live in Canada, right? It is even one of a guy that I work with here in Canada who make me realize this. He told me that okay, on the map, Africa is extremely big, and normally it is the opposite. So Europe is small, America is small, and Asia is small. But on the map, you see, Africa is the smallest one. It is crazy. And when you go to China, the map is not the same. So the Europeans, the white people, they have a map that is good for them. The Chinese, they have a map which is good for them. And Africa, we don't have a map. We are using the map of the colonizer. So for those who were colonized by France, or they use that map. For those who were colonized by UK, they use that map. We don't have a map. But when you look at the true size of the continent, China can fit into Africa, Russia can fit into Africa, Northern America can fit into Africa. We are the biggest continent on the planet, but we don't even know that because the map they give to us is not good. It is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree with you because if you look at our individual countries, they are so large. Like, look at the DRC. DRC is so big, so big. Like, you also look at Nigeria. Nigeria is very big. You look at these individual countries; they are so big, and then you squeeze all these countries on this small map. And I'm just here wondering, while we hear that in America as a whole will fit into Africa, how many times? Like, it just doesn't make sense. We probably don't even know the actual size of Africa because Africa is really very big and massive. So I agree it's possible that the map we are given or we it's picture of how Africa is.
Yeah, Victor Grace, have you seen? I have posted a website, thetruesize.com. On that website, you have the true size on each continent. You can do comparison. That is the website a friend
Yes.
gave to me to see the actual true size of other continents comparing to Africa.
Yeah. I'll check that once the stream is up. All right. So it's been very interesting conversations. I've missed a lot because of the disconnection. I can see Doreen has been here. Thank you so much, Doreen. Everybody that has been here, thank you.
Please, Victor Grace.
Richard Kambinda. Richard, thank you for coming. How are you doing? Yes.
Yes, I will leave the chat. But before leaving the chat, I don't know if you understand. Hello? Okay. So, but before leaving the chat,
Yes.
yeah, I just want to say thank you for the participation. Thank you for allowing me to be there and to discuss with you. So I hope one day you will go to Yaoundé, the beautiful capital of Cameroon. I'm very proud of my capital.
Yes.
And I say good night to my friend from Congo. I say bye bye.
I'm about to leave. Yeah, it was really a good discussion. Actually, it's my first time to be in the panel like this. I say, oh, this time I'm not gonna miss it. They're talking about Congo, so I should be there.
You have to be there more because you are from Congo. Congo
I'm
is big, it
happy.
is central, and all of us we have a root in Congo. You see, even Victor Grace. So you have to
Yeah.
be there most of the time. So
Yeah.
I'm very happy to
Yeah.
discuss with you. Yeah, I have a lot of
Yes.
friends from not Kinshasa, but Lubumbashi and Kivu.
Yeah.
So yes, allez, ciao, bye bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your participation and for holding it down for me. Thank you guys so much. Brother Nice has gone off. I'm sure he would come back. Thank you so much. Um, Let me quickly just acknowledge people in the chat room. Hi Doreen. Hi Faith. Faith, how are you doing? How is Nigeria? I heard that so many things they occur. Waiting they occur. Faith, waiting they occur. Just me. Ah, I like the question that Doreen asked. I've put it actually on the screen here. I say, whose responsibility is it to make correct information known to all Africans? It is our responsibility. Every single one of us as Africans, and me, I've also taken the responsibility on my shoulders. I'm going to play my part, do my bit, by telling the stories of Africans. By Africans, I'm an African, so I will tell our story from our own perspective, correct the wrong notions and the erroneous information that have been put out there for all the ulterior motives that people have, so that the true information is put out there for generations unborn to learn from us the actual history and stories of who we are as Africans. I went out today and I was talking with somebody, very insightful conversation. You guys, I'm going to bring you that video. I was so happy that I learned a lot. There were things that before coming to Congo, I personally wouldn't want to associate with. But from that conversation and the experience I had today, I just felt like I was in a different place altogether. And that sort of mind, set suddenly began to change in a way that I was surprised myself. So keep your fingers crossed. I'm going to edit the video and share with you. And trust me, you all are going to like it. Like, you will love that video. And you have to share it wide everywhere. You have to share the video. So Richard said, do a documentary film on cultural origins. That would take, yeah, I would. On my channel, if you look at the intro, you see aspects where I talk about history, culture, fashion, everything. So it's all about it. But all these take money. So I'm going to definitely do that, but it might probably be something, a project that I'll work on at all. Um, I will do the bit I can do here in Congo, for instance, and see how that goes. Someone is moving in the background. You know who the person is already. Okay. Anointed prayers. Hi, thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate your support, Anointed Prayers. Thank you so much. I always see your comments. I always see, all of your feedback and, everything. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Adamawa Mountains, Bantu languages, yes. And then another thing, I came here and they're calling a particular place in Kinshasa here, Gombe. There's actually Gombe State in Nigeria, so we are just like, I can't say this enough. We are one and the same people. Imagine that these colonizers never came. Before now, we didn't need visas to travel to any part of Africa. We're just traveling and moving all over the place, intermarrying and just having a good time as one African people. Regardless of these colonial borders, we have to see ourselves as one. That's just the truth. We have to see ourselves as one. There are words that actually sound similar to words in my language. So where I was today, so much of the history and the culture that I experienced is similar to some aspects of Igbo culture, especially like the marriage rights, some aspects of their culture that they talked about, very similar to my culture as a thief person and so many other cultures in Nigeria that I know about. So why do we, allow this colonial mentality, these colonial divisions to keep separating us and, dividing us? honestly, guys, if you experience this thing by yourself, you travel and get to experience these cultures by yourself, you see that we are just the same people. And the sooner we realize that, the better for us. So for us, we are going to do our bit. We continue to share these stories and experiences with all of us through this platform that we have, so that we appreciate that we are one and the same people, so that we can have peace on our continent, work together. The whole essence of this conversation yes, about Sapeurs, how they splurge money on feel should have been invested in better things. To conversation went on and on, and we are here where we are now. So it all comes back to knowing who we are, realizing what's important to us and what we should focus on, so that we can develop at the same pace. It doesn't matter which country you are in, we can all work together. Sustainable development that we want to see on the continent. That's it, simple and short, my sister. We're all one people, exactly. We are inside right, a tribe, co means person, Nkosi is okay. We are African people. My ancestors were taken away from the continent of Africa. My friends, you don't even need to say it. Anointed prayers, you are. By mere looking at you, don't even know. I would think you are just maybe an African living in the diaspora. I'm just trying to look through the comments, because until the leaders of Africa become patriots, nothing will change on the continent. They are selfish people going into these offices to lead. Well, we will become leaders of tomorrow. So if their generation refuse to change, then we can refuse to change, then we can make the change happen. Someone says I'm buffering. Really? Email. You know my email? All right, so that has been. I pray for my African brothers and sisters every day. Yes, keep praying. We'll also need to take action. If you Google knock people, you will see they have virtue grace hair type. Yes, knock people. In Kaduna State, in Nigeria as well. Where else are knock people found? So just so you know, Maestro, for those of you who watched my previous video, Maestro is a sapper. He told me he's a sapper. Yes. Okay. Richard will probably discuss this. Let me take a photo. If we're able to do it in the next stream, people would like that. All right, guys, I'm going to end this stream here. We have 59 people but my guests held the conversation and kept it going. For the super chat soon. So much. I appreciate it. I'm grateful, and for all your that have shared. shared. Hope you've liked it as well. Thank you all so much. I'm going to see you in my next video. Are everywhere. Felicia says button notes are everywhere. Yes, I noticed it. If you go on, a lot of people making bantu notes. It's so good to see beautiful sisters with their bantu knots looking very fly. And I also had to jump heat with this. I just feel cool. Darren, what's the matter? They seem confused. Most of us out here that was born from the legacy of the slave trade know that we are Africans. Why are the leaders so scared to move borders? I don't know. The conversation are benefiting the political powers that be. Before you travel to any other part of Africa to pay for visa, and also, they generate revenues from these visas and everything. So I don't think we need to have seriously, and try to make a change. I don't have to. Okay, look at, I'm here in Kinshasa. Brazzaville is just, I can't go political borders, and I got a visa to come to DRC. So I can't take a boat ride on the Congo River just to the bank of, I would need some, immigration papers to allow me do that travel side of river and seen Brazzaville, but I can't go. But hey, political bureaucrat, apply visa, go to Brazzaville. Boat ride from Kinshasa. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, really. And I'm an African. So honestly, we need to have conversations about this colonial, but I really wanted to have the experience. Darren says, I don't want the live stream to end. I bet, because these borders, no. You go say, oh, you are Nigerian, okay, visa, okay, no, you free and no, you pay. No, you free entry, no, you pay. It doesn't make sense. Let's all move freely. If you want to keep track of the people that are entering the country, as I get to the country, if it's at the airport, then you can just take down my details, take all the information. That's fair, that's okay. But I shouldn't have to think, oh, I want to go to South Sudan now. I need to apply for a visa first. I need someone to send me an invitation. Lenia needs to send me an invitation letter because I'm a Nigerian, and I need that letter to process my visa. It doesn't make sense that they can apply for a visa to enter Nigeria. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Now we have AFTA, the African Free Trade Area, a step in the right direction, intercontinental trade amongst ourselves, the same way our ancestors did before the colonizers came. They were trading, traveling, and you carry paper, carry okay, you can enter. No, you cannot enter. It doesn't make sense. Yes. So most exactly. It's time. Let's start, controlling our narratives, putting our own structures and policies that benefit us as Africans. West Airlines try to route us through Europe. I always say no. We should have direct flights, really. Masters. You're not wrong. Just all right, we'll be having a long conversation. 46 people. Thank you so much for coming. We could go on and on and on, but we have, let's do this again. We'll probably, tomorrow is Sunday. We might do it. Let me see those for another live stream tomorrow. Say yes. Type yes. Let's do another live stream tomorrow. Yes. Yes, if I speak. Ngozi. The Nigeria African Free Trade Zone. Yes. Nigeria, it's okay. I can see yes. It should be for the whole continent. I saw in the news somewhere where the president of Ghana says no more exporting of cocoa to the world. No more exporting. Let's then build industries that are going to process our own cocoa and make so that we can export chocolates, the finished product. Before I traveled, I saw a documentary where the documentary was about the cocoa farmers in Cote d'Ivoire, the powers that be extort them. They buy from them at very, very low. Have children, some of them can barely afford to send their children to school, while these people, take this and they make big money from it. And the association of those cocoa or chocolate manufacturers about how they are going to improve the value chain so that the farmers who are at the bottom of it are better our own economies. Let's put the price on what we produce, even as farmers in Nigeria. We've been exporting crude oil for since I was born. I knew that every administration uses the same campaign promise. We have to revive ailing, refineries in Nigeria. We are going to build more, goes on and on, nothing changes. Year in, year out, we're exporting crude oil and importing petrol, we're importing gas, we're importing everything. I was just making fun of for somewhere where they said the pump price of fuel has increased. Here thinking, how does that make sense? It doesn't. We shouldn't have to pay so much for fuel and then export so that this product is available to us. realities of new colonialism, on and on from now till tomorrow. Those are our ideas. We feel like those are the things that should be, but the realities are there. So how do we change that? Because the colonial master, so that's just it. But Pan-Africanists keep insisting that Africa deserves more, Africa can change, we can play our parts and everything. So the conversation goes on and on. But I'm positive, I'm positive. This of African change, if all of us have the same mindset and decide to take action. Someone says true, but thanks to Dangote, Nigeria will finally export refined oil. Hopefully, our fingers are crossed. The refinery he's building is almost at the completion stage. It's an African resource. Africans should be ones who benefit from it. These resources belong to us, so we should benefit from it. We should live life, should enjoy. We should put the prices on it. The West is responsible for Africa's struggles. They set up traps in every sector of the African apparatus for their own interests. So how do we negotiate our way out of these traps that they set for us? We know all of this, so we need to negotiate ourselves out. Sister, you look just like one of my aunts while growing up in Jamaica. Okay. So many people have told me I look like Jamaica. I would like to meet that aunt. Oh, maybe she's, who knows, same ancestry. Yes, let us all be positive. When the message of the idealism is killed, what we get on the ground is we cling to what we know. We will not kill the message. We will not kill a deal. This is what we want. This should till even moving now. Till even my understand that this is the ideal. This is what should front reality. The reality called Tivoli in Jamaica. Conceive my language. Who knows? Who knows? Tivoli, you see, even in Kisumu, you see, we just moved around, and just spread ourselves here and there. All right, you guys, you are now in the country of the new president of, yes, African Union since February. Try to meet him. He's too cool and young. I know. How can I meet him? Honestly, I love this President Felix Antoine Chiki. Chisekedi. I strong Fachi. Fachi. I'm sure that is a short form of his name. Felix Antoine Tshisekedi. I really love him. Oh, and like I said earlier, Congolese actually love him because he has good plans for the country, and I'm just so transform the DRC and make DRC to be like, this country is too rich, like too rich to be how it is now. Things can actually change. I would like to meet him. So cool. So anybody has access to Mr. President and pay home. Guys, thank you so much. I've said thank you over a million. Enjoy this conversation. You want to send me an email? I'm dropping my email here. You can do well to Yeah, that's it. Me, tomorrow. The Nigerian lingua is also similar to Jamaica. I watched those movies non-stop. Interesting. I'll definitely visit Jamaica. It's going to be all right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for coming. Bye. Bye. I mean Mboka Yabakoko. Mboka Elengi.